With four sisters, like, that's a lot of tummies. I'm not at a place where I can't afford that right now, so I found other options, which was the food bank. I've been going here for over a year. All my four sisters are overweight, and my mom is overweight. It's not even the size that really bothers me, it's their health. I want my family to eat healthier. I'm not even sure where I would be without pantries or produce pertaining to my weight. Get to the pantry, get you some food, still eat healthy. There's problems, but this is the solution.
All right, and that is why we are here today. Getting food on the table is just part of the battle. As you just heard from Tony, a big problem is finding the right balance of foods to keep a family healthy. It's a concern shared by the Mid-Ohio Foodbank and city health officials. So I'm happy to be joined now by Dr. Myshika Williams-Roberts, the Assistant Health Commissioner and Medical Director with Columbus Public Health. Always good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so you're also a board member, Myshika, at Mid-Ohio Foodbank. So you know very well that this connection between food, between health. Let's talk about some of these food-related health issues we're seeing in Columbus.
So we know that there's definitely a connection between access to food and eating a balanced, healthy diet and many of our chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, as well as obesity.
Right, so we see these people not having access to healthy food is probably one of the biggest hurdles in this case, right?
It is. You know, we are in a quick-paced world that we all live in, so we're trying to get the quick fix, and sometimes that healthy option is not always the quickest thing to do. So we at the food bank have worked really hard to make sure that even those who are accessing food through the food bank have access to healthy food, and we've done things in the community level as well to increase access to healthy foods.
And as somebody who works at Columbus Public Health as well, you probably see a little bit more innately the issues of people choosing food versus medicine. How tough is that to see people having to make that choice?
Well, it's tough. People are making the choice between food and a lot of what we would call the essentials of life. So whether it's their medicine, whether it's the electricity, whether it's the heat, and that's a tough decision to be in. And so the food bank is there to help people who have to make that decision between food and their medicine, and they'll give them the food to help them make that decision. Hopefully they'll pick the medicine that will also help them to be healthy as well.
And we discuss the whole family being affected, and I'm sure the food bank sees many people with infants, with young children, and that is even more difficult because their needs are very precise when they're young, right, and developing.
Absolutely. So we know that 1 in 4 children here in Franklin County are food insecure, meaning they often don't know where their next meal is coming from. And we know the younger they are, when they're really going through those developmental stages, that's fairly important that they have a balanced diet and they have access to healthy food. We have several programs at the health department that helps young children, young families, one of which is WIC, which is a federal program where we support pregnant women and women with young children. And so we are proud of that program. But in addition to that, we support farmers markets. We support Veggie Snaps, which allows people to get fresh fruits and vegetables at a discounted rate. So there are many things we do locally to help families try to bridge that gap so they can have access to healthy foods at an affordable price.
And we kind of think of the days where you used to donate, and I guess the picture of the donation, you think of some of the foods, boxed mac and cheese and ramen noodles and all those kinds of things. That is not what you offer anymore, and really what we need to offer our community anymore, is it?
As a board member and as a health person, I'm very proud that almost half of the food that the food bank gives are fresh fruits and vegetables. So we're looking at giving people fruits and vegetables and things they can prepare fresh at home, and not the canned goods that we're all familiar with from many, many years ago, which helps them have a balanced diet and keep their health in shape, whether it's diabetes or hypertension. It helps reduce some of that salt intake and gives them access to the fresh fruits and vegetables that we all should be consuming on a daily basis.
And what about nutrition? Because these folks come in and they probably don't have, much knowledge if they haven't been, haven't had these things available to them, all these fresh foods, and talking about the importance to that. So does the Mid-Ohio Food Bank teach them about nutrition as well?
They do offer classes that can help them how to prepare a meal in a crock pot, fast and easy, but also healthy. What to do with these vegetables, sometimes giving them a recipe with the vegetables so they know how to prepare them so they'll be tasty and they'll be enjoyable to everyone in their family.
That's a good point. Okay, so what kind of response do you get from clients, and what are some of the things they say to you as somebody who represents the Mid-Ohio Food Bank?
So, you know, it's really fun to volunteer at the food pantry, and I've done that several times. At the health department, we have a farmers market every summer that we invite the whole neighborhood, the whole community to come to. And what's really interesting is to see the variety of people. Sometimes they pick up a vegetable and say, what is this? How do I eat it? And then there's others who are like, I love this. I love making, you know, this squash, and this is what I do, and getting different recipes. So I think it's exciting that we're exposing the whole community to a variety of different foods and fun ways to make eating fun and healthy.
Definitely. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Well, up next, we are going to look at how the network of partnerships with the Mid-Ohio Food Bank works, help get food to where it's needed most. And remember, those call for lines are open. Make that donation go further today. 614-821-4444.